Do you have a banana sitting on your kitchen counter? Well, today's recipe for small batch banana bars with cream cheese frosting is a perfect solution to a ripe banana. Hi, I'm Leanne from yourhomebasedmom.com. And today, join me in the kitchen as we make small batch recipes with big taste. So we're going to start by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the most important part of these banana bars is you're going to need one ripe banana. Now, you can see my banana is really ripe. You want a banana that at least has some brown spots on the skin, because what this means is your banana is going to be softer and more sugar has formed in the banana, so it's going to be sweeter and perfect for those banana bars. So we're going to start by adding into our bowl a half of a cup of granulated sugar. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of softened butter. You don't want it melted, but you want it nice and soft so that it will mix in really easily, because we're going to mix these by hand. I prefer to make all of my small batch recipes mixed by hand because you have less of a tendency then to overmix, which then makes for a tough banana bar. So then we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of beaten egg. Now, we're not going to add in a whole egg or even a whole egg yolk. I take my egg, mix it up, and then we're just going to measure out a tablespoon. I've got lots of other recipes, especially those giant cookies I'll link to up here, to use up some of the extra egg that's left over. You can always freeze it too and use it later. We're going to add in 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. That's what this is. Or, you could also use some plain Greek yogurt if you prefer. And then 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And I don't ever measure my vanilla. We just add it in. If you get a little too much or a little extra, that's okay. And then we're going to mix this up till it's nice and combined. All right, now we're going to add in our banana. Now, if you happen to have a whole bunch of ripe bananas, go ahead, peel them, mash them up, and then freeze them. And then you can pull it out later to add it into banana bars or to banana bread, which I'll link to up here. But I would freeze it by individual banana, like in a little freezer bag. You can smash your banana into a bowl first if you want, but my banana is so ripe, I'm just going to pop it right in here. And then just kind of smash it up with my spoon a bit before I incorporate it into the rest of the mixture. If you like chunks of banana in your banana bars, don't mix it up or smash it as much. I like mine pretty well smashed though. All right, after we've got that all mixed together, we are going to take our flour and we're going to use 2/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. I just like to measure it out and then scrape it off. 1, 2. We are going to use a pinch, and I just grab my salt between my fingers. So it's a fairly, healthy pinch. If you're using unsalted butter, you may need to add in 2 pinches. And then we've got 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, and pop that in. Then we are just going to stir that all till it's just combined. Don't overmix. And it's at this point, if you wanted to add in some chocolate chips or some nuts into your banana bars, you could do that. I would add in about 1/3 of a cup maybe, and I do prefer, if I'm going to add chocolate chips into these small batch recipes, to use the mini chocolate chips. That way they distribute more evenly. So get this all mixed up. All right, so today for our banana bars, I'm going to use my trusty little 9x7 baking sheet pan that I love so much and I use on so many of my recipes here. So you can find a link to it down below. And if you're going to try some of my other recipes, I definitely recommend you get it off of Amazon, this little pan. And then we're going to spray it with some nonstick baking spray. And we are going to pour our batter into our pan. Now, one thing you want to make sure with these small batch recipes is get all of your batter out, okay? When we're working with small amounts like this, we want to make sure that we get every little bit out of our bowl. All right, and then we're just going to take it and spread it evenly in our pan. We are going to pop it into our oven for about 20 minutes and until the cake is clean when you insert a toothpick. Also, if you touch the top of it, it will bounce back and will start to turn golden brown around the edges. Well, our banana bars are baking in the oven. We are going to mix up the amazing cream cheese frosting that goes on top. And we're gonna need 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. Now make sure it's nice and soft because it's gonna make it a lot easier not to get any lumps in your frosting. So let your cream cheese sit out at room temperature for an hour or so. All right, so I'm just gonna take that and just smash it with the back of my spoon to soften it up even more. It'll make it mix together a lot smoother with our sugar. All right, then we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And let's get that all nice and mixed together. All right, we got it all nice and creamed together, no lumps. We're gonna add in our powdered sugar, and I'm just using a cup of powdered sugar and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now you can get wild and crazy here, and a little almond extract if you want, which would be yummy. Or even if you want more banana flavor, you could add in some banana extract. All right, and then we're gonna just mix this together till it's nice and smooth and creamy. So our banana bars are perfectly cooled. We've got our cream cheese frosting ready to go on top. So you're gonna add that on and just spread it around. Now, when I cut these banana bars, I like to cut them into 6 pieces. That gives just enough for the 2 of us plus a little bit to share. Now, because of the cream cheese too and the frosting, if you don't manage to eat them all in one sitting, you are going to want to keep these in the refrigerator because of that cream cheese. If you like, you can sprinkle a little bit of chopped nuts on top of these, but these banana bars are the perfect solution to a ripe banana. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.